Welcome back to physics. Today in this video I'm going to show you how to use a couple of tools available to you when you're doing some of the math inside of these assignments. You can write it down on a piece of paper and take a really good picture of it. The problem is most of those pictures don't come through and I can't read them. So I've got a couple of options for you. Let's go ahead and jump into those. Go into the main screen here. Okay. I'm going to start off with this scientific calculator. This takes you to a new website. This is Desmos, I think. Okay. In this, you can go ahead and type in a formula. Let's go ahead and just do a simple one. Force is equal to mass times acceleration. Okay. When I hit enter, of course it can't do the math there because it doesn't have enough information. But I can go ahead and say, well, in this case, force is equal to 120 kilograms times, let's do the acceleration of gravity, 9.8 meters divided by seconds. All right, that shows my setup. Next thing I do is just say my force is equal to 120 times 9.8. And that gave me an answer. I've got 1,176, and that's kilograms times meters per second. So I can say that 1176 kilograms times meters divided by seconds. And of course, that is also equal to newtons. Okay. So now when I hit enter here, I got that. And that's the math. That's the math I was going to do. So how can I get this over on so I can submit it? Well, the way we do that is just go over to print and save as a PDF. Notice it saved everything in there. I can go ahead and click save. For me, I'm on a Windows machine. I give it a name here, and then I submit this to Canvas as a PDF. Okay, that's your first option. Okay. Second option is this online whiteboard. I'm going to go ahead and bring that down. Okay. This online whiteboard won't do the math for you, but what it will do is it'll allow you to write. So if you've got a touch screen, this should work with a touch screen. If you're really good with a mouse, or if you've got a pen pad, you can do that. And you can say force is equal to mass times acceleration, where my force is equal to 120 kilograms times my acceleration is 9.8 meters per second. I can do the math. And so I can scroll down. When I scroll down, especially if you're on like a phone or something like that, you got to get over on this slider, okay? And I can say that a force is equal to 120 times 9.8, which is equal to, what do we say, I can't remember. Let's go find it. 1176. So you'll have to have a calculator and use a calculator here. And that's kilograms, meters per second, or that is also equal to newtons. Okay? Now, the cool thing about this is, let's say this formula keeps going on, and I got this formula all the way down. When I click save here, it saves it as a PNG. And let's go ahead and open this. And this is what shows up on my end. So you'll save it as a PNG, you'll upload it to Canvas as a PNG, and then this is what shows up and for me, and I can zoom in and look at any part of it. I'm okay with either tool, whichever tool you want to use. I'm planning on posting these in those assignments that I need you to show your work. Use one of these two tools, and that should make it so that it's readable. If you can still do it on paper, but you've got to make sure that I can read it. Okay? If you have any questions, let me know. I'm so glad you're here. Let's go ahead and continue on.